to your industrial law lectures. Now, today we are going to start with your next module lesson, that is your module 3. And in which we are going to first talk about your Employees State Insurance Act of 1941. Now, as the term insurance means, this is something related to the giving a security to the workers or to the laborers who are working within my factory or within my industry. Now, first of all, let's understand what was the object regarding framing of this Employee State Insurance Act of 1940. The first objective is the act is to ensure or to give a secure against your sickness, maternity and medical benefits to the employees of the factories. At the same time, it was establishment for the dependents' benefits and for the dependents of any of the employees who are suffering with any of such injury or accident or any sickness during the time of their working in the factory. Now, what do you understand by the term employee? Now, if you want to include yourself under the definition of the employee as per the State Insurance Act, then you have to be defined or falling the bracket of this particular definition. So the first definition says, employer refers to any person who is employed on the wages in connection with the work of a factory or establishment of which the act applies. To whomsoever this particular act is applying, that particular factory has to be included under the definition of your state insurance, and even the workers have to be included under that. Similarly, it includes technical, manual, clerical, supervisory, any type of the function, whichever is been coming under the criteria. Now, no distinction between the casual and the temporary employees or technical and non-technical or time rate or piece rate. See, there is no differentiation when it comes to the employees under the state insurance. Every person will be covered under the administrative staff, even the administrative staff and those in the purchase or sales department, even they will be included under the definition of state insurance. But it does not include your naval, military, air force and any other personnel has been officiated for any work related to your armed defense forces and all. Now, let us understand even the meaning of wage. Now, wage means all the remuneration paid in cash, including payment in period of leave, lockout or strike, which is not illegal. If it is a proper legal strike and lockout, then in that case, this will be covered under the definition of your wages. It does not include, see, at the same time when we are understanding, कोई भी चीज आप समझ रहे हो, आप ये समझो कि क्या include होता है और क्या नहीं include होता है. Because even what is not included, that also plays a very important role. Now, the contribution paid to the provident fund or pension fund, it is not including the provident fund and the pension fund, that is segregated. Traveling allowances, even that is not being included. The sum paid to defray any special expenditure, which is extra benefits which are been given. Any gratuity payable on discharge, then these things are not included under the definition of wages. Now, why are you wanting this wage? Because जब हम लोग calculate करेंगे कि आपकी insurance की value कितनी होने वाली है, so for that you will have to understand what is the wage. Now, next definition is relating to immediate employer. अब ये immediate employer basically क्यों चाहिए? ये immediate employer वो होता है कि किसी दिन अगर मुझे insurance claim करनी है, तो who should be the reliable person whom I will have to go and approach for my insurance. So for that reason, we have an immediate employer. Now, what this particular thing immediate employer says? In relation to the employees employed by or through him means a person who has undertaken the execution of his premises of the factory or an establishment for which this particular act is applicable. Now, this act applies under the supervision of the principal employer or his agent or his full-time or a part-time work particular person who has been appointed as a principal agent or any other purpose or any other person who is been into the service of the employer on whose behalf he is entered into the contract or services for a temporary or for a permanent period of time, then that particular person will be called as an immediate employer. यानी सपोज मेरी फैक्ट्री है, मेरी फैक्ट्री में मैंने किसी एक पर्सन को रख रखा है. आई एम अ पर्सन हु रिसाइड्स इन फॉरेन कंट्रीज. So every now and then I'm coming over here, I'm paying the wages and everything, but for the taking care and everything, I have appointed another person. So that person will be becoming as an immediate employer. He will be asked question for each and everything, whatever activities are going within the premises, and then the actual. Next definition is talking about your seasonal factory. Now, seasonal factory. Now, I can give you the best example of the seasonal factory: the umbrella making industries, or your windshield raincoat making factories and all. All these can be defined as a seasonal factory. क्यों? क्योंकि वो season by season running. Now, it means a factory which is exclusively engaged in one or more of the following manufacturing process, namely cotton ginning, cotton or jute pressing, or the manufacturing of the coffee, indigo, lac, rubber, sugar, tea, or manufacturing process which is incidental or connected therewith aforesaid, then it will be the calling as your process of which is not exceeding for a period of more than 7 months in a year, then it will be called as your season.